Hey guys, it's AraleDBS bringing you a brand new deck profile. So it's going to be a red-black Bardock Max Saiyan deck. I personally like the deck a lot. It's really aggressive, it's very mean, it gives your opponent minimal resources due to all the crit that's in the deck. So let's get started. So our leader is the Masked Saiyan. So once per turn, place 3 cards on the top of your deck into your drop area. If you place a black card, he gets critical, and then if you place any other color, he gains plus 5k power. And then when you're a 4 life or less, you can draw 2 cards and flip him over. So he does the exact same thing. You mill 3 cards. If there's a black, he gets crit. If there's any other color, he gets plus 5. And when he attacks, you draw a card. So very nice. Fills deal for overwhelm and stuff. So let's get started with all the red stuff first. We are playing 4 Saiyan Kawas, just so in case they try to stall us out, we can apply pressure and get a life. 4 Manipulating God Champa. When you play, look at the top 7 cards for a Champa and add it to your hand. And then we are playing 4 Furthering Destruction Champa. This card is just really good. Like, turn 1, being able to swing for 25 is this and this, and create double strike is just really mean first turn. They lose 2 cards for resources. I'm playing 4 Quick Rush Trunks. This card is just really good. It's 2 red, and it's just good because it's a 15 critter, and that's literally the only reason why it's good. So, the only reason why it's playable too. It's just really good card, really good card. And then we play... I'm still debating like what to put in for this, but I like this card a lot. So it's basically a super combo. It's only from the structure deck. So when you combos this card, you can draw a card. So that's, or it's all effective. When you evolve it, you can draw a card as well. So it's just really, really good. It's basically running 5 super combos in the deck. Now let's get started with the black cards. So we are running 4 Toa Space Time Unleashed. So this card is really good. So it's a 1-drop. Obviously it's any color. So when you play this card, look at 7 cards on the top of your deck for up to 1 Masked Saiyan or 1 Mira, and then shuffle your deck. So we're playing 3 different kinds of Miras. So we're playing 4 Mirror from the Darkness, Overwhelm 4. So auto when you play this card, he's in Overwhelm, it gets crit, and so that's just super good as well. So that was Champa means for a 30k double strike crit, which is still super mean, super mean. We are running 1 Power Aurora Mira. This card is really, really good. It's probably the only card that I would actually hardcast because its permanent is active during either player's turn, and it doesn't require you to use Overwhelm. So its skill is if you have 3 or more cards in your warp, he gets plus 5k. And if you have 5 or more cards in your warp, he gains an additional plus 5k. So meaning he's a single strike, but he's a 25 beat stick, which means he's really hard to run over. So it's like, sure, 25 to your leader, and then even during your opponent's turn, he's 25k, because it's a permanent, and it doesn't say during your turn if you have this amount of cards in your warp, he gains power. So it's very nice, and it's also really nice to deal with things when they attack with like other battle cards. You just swing like 25, drop a super card, 35. It's still annoying to deal with, and it's just super nice. And it's a really good dark plot target because you can basically pay 4, untap 3, and bring him up for 1 basically. And then we're playing 1 Relentless Destruction Mira. This card is just really good as well. When you overwhelm it, your opponent discards a card. So it's really cool too when, let's say you just charge an energy, mill 3, attack, crit, double strike Champa, you lose 2, and then you play this just cuz so they can discard a card. So super, super good. So then we were playing 2 Max Saiyan. It's also a card for when they try to stall you out, basically, when they don't want to get you to 4 life. So increasing Evil Max Saiyan to Overwhelm for 4, and you pay 1 as well. To show you guys know. So when you play this card using Overwhelm, choose 1 card from your life and add it to your hand. Then if you do so, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost of 5 or less and send it to the warp. So very nice card, very nice card. And then we are playing 4 Awakened Warrior Bardock. This card is just basically a really good finisher or even just for applying early on pressure. So overrun for 4, it gains double strike for the turn. So it's just super nice. Like, you're 2 life, play this for free basically, and just swing. They were playing 1 Super Saiyan 3 Bardock Power Unleashed. I only play 1 just because I can actually recycle it with Trunks. And so its skill is Xeno Evolve for 5, so this is the only liable target, excluding himself. Xeno for 5. When his card evolves when his card evolves to this card, if your leader card is black, you may choose 5 cards from your warp and place them into your drop area. If you do, send all of your opponent's battle cards to their warp. So this card also gets by Barrier, which is super nice. And another thing too, it's a 5-drop triple strike, 30k body, which is already super good. So let's say you played at your opponent, you're playing against apes, and your opponent doesn't have a Cold Bloodlust, their whole field goes bye-bye, because it doesn't say choose. And then for the Trunks, you're playing 1 Unrelenting Assault Trunks. This card is just really good when you don't have anything else to overwhelm, or you don't want to overwhelm really early to other stuff. Because at the end of your turn, when this card is sent to your warp from your battle area or deck, you can add it to your hand. And we're playing 2 Trunks Power Overseeing Time. This card is just really, really good. It's an overrun for 4 and you pay 2. So it has double strike. And when you play this card using overrun, choose up to 1 battle card from your hand and add it to your hand. So you can recycle this even if you overwhelm this. Send it to the warp, you can recycle it with Trunks or just recycle each other back and forth, back and forth. So that's why I only run 1, because you can recycle it. You can add back Miras, you can add back Champas. It's just really good. Then obviously we're playing 4 super combos. If there was 5 or more cards in your warp, when you play this card, plus 10,000 to draw 1. So this is my little tech. I like it a lot, and she's my favorite Supreme Kai. So when you play this card, choose up to 1 black battle card from your deck with an energy cost of 5 or less, and place it in your warp. Then during your next turn, if she still faces up on the field, you can add that card back to your hand. So I like it a lot because it gets you any black battle card you need, including him as well, since he's a 5-drop. So any black battle card, Trunks, Bardock, the Max Saiyan, Mira, Toa, super combos, herself, it searches out the whole deck. And even if they do pop it, they wasted resources to get rid of her, so you don't get that card. And the reason why that doesn't really matter is because of Trunks. You can overwhelm, warp, and add that card that you sent with this back to your hand. And so it's just super good. It just recycles. And then for the extra cards, we're playing 3 Dark Plot. Pay 4, just up to 1 battle card in your warp with energy cost of 4 or less, and play it. If you use this skill to play a battle card with overwhelm, choose up to 3 of your energy and switch up the active mode. So super nice. So mainly for this card, your main targets are going to be him and him. Just because he has a built-in double strike, and because he's going to be a 25k body. And then we were playing 4 negates, because you actually do get a bit of hand in this deck, and it's just... I like this. I like this a lot. Like, you can go like sure, negate, pitch 2, add it back. It saves you a lot of games. Well, I really hope you guys enjoyed that deck profile. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Remember to rate, comment, like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.